If you are doing
Kegels,
you need to stop, watch this video right now. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Just getting ready for the day here. Today we have a very exciting day. I have my 6-week postpartum pelvic floor appointment. I will tell you all about that later on. It's very interesting. It is amazing that we have this service. Sorry, there's like a mosquito. Get out of my life, mosquito. Oh, I can't stand them. Anyways, sorry. So pelvic floor, I'm taking Maddie to gymnastics this morning. So I'll show you a quick little clip of that. She loves it. She's doing so well. It's so fun. But yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready and so we can get going before we are running late once again. Is it a fire hydrant?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's cool.
It's cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mommy, I want to go up there.
You wanna go up there?
Yeah. I can't do it, Mommy.
You can.
I did it.
You did. Good job.
I did.
Just wrapping up from gymnastics with Maddie. Just dropped her off at daycare. I love spending one-on-one time with her. It is so hard having a toddler and then having a baby or two babies, and like being able to spend time with her is really hard right now because the babies always need my attention. So when I can, I jump on any chance I can to take her to gymnastics just because it's our one-on-one time. You know, we went to the store before and it was just really nice to spend that time with her. She's doing so well with gymnastics. She's been in gymnastics since she was basically walking. She was 1 year. Yeah, she was 1 year when we registered her. She had just like kind of started walking. So it's super cute. And it's nice to see how much she has developed over the sessions. Like we've put her in every single session that has been available. And then come the fall, she'll go, yeah, she'll still be like, we go in with her. And then come when she turns 3, then that's when they can go in by themselves. They have a track. So you can actually, if you drop your kids off to do whatever, their gymnastics or swimming, they have an indoor track that's like new, it's nice. You can go around, plus it has like the cardio machines all around. I can actually show you what it looks like. It's nice. It's always nice and clean. So it's I actually look forward to that maybe. Or there's even bleachers where if you want to just sit and drink your tea or something and watch your child do their gymnastics, you can always do that. Or they have lots of cardio. They have treadmills, bikes. They even have the stairs and everything. So you can always do that. And it's like facing out, so you can get your cardio in. Plus, you can watch your child. So I look forward to when, like, of course, I'm gonna miss like going in with her, but she's at the age now where sometimes she doesn't always listen the best, so she might do better listening to an instructor who can actually help her, and then I get my cardio in and watch her. I'll have to take care of the babies now, so my husband he's been juggling that. He might have had his mom help, I'm not sure, but take over the babies. And then I have a physio appointment this afternoon it's actually seeing a physiotherapist, but it's for pelvic floor, so I can talk all about that and the benefits of doing that postpartum later on in this video. Pelvic floor is a specialized thing that's actually branched off. You have to be a physiotherapist in order to practice this. So it's basically examining the internal and external muscles of the pelvic floor. This is something that I did with my daughter and with the boys. I did it when I was pregnant and postnatal as well. I found that it is a game changer to having, it like basically is prepping you for birth and making sure that you recover the best that you can in that area. So when I went to go see a pelvic floor specialist, it was basically to prevent anything that could come up, and also helps you kind of prepare for your delivery. So any women that, you know, are experiencing, say, incontinence, leaking, frequency, you always hear about women that are jumping on, say, maybe how they can't jump on a trampoline, or they can't skip rope or jump or do any activities because they might leak. This is actually not normal. This might happen in many, many women. I know lots of women that complain about this, but it's not normal. It is common, but not considered normal. So if perhaps, you know, you go to say cough or sneeze and you have a little bit of leaking, that is something that you want to get checked out and maybe start working with a pelvic floor specialist. I hear women, sometimes you might hear them when they're laughing so hard that they're like, oh my gosh, you made me pee my pants, because that can happen. So that's when I would say you might want to get checked out and work with a pelvic floor specialist so that you can work on kind of strengthening that pelvic floor area. So there is just considered pelvic health physio. So that can have a whole different issue with men, women. There's a whole list. I'm not going to get into that today. I'm specifically talking about preparation for labor, delivery, and postnatal care. They go through everything. So we talked about breathing going into delivery. They send you videos, they give you exercises to make sure that you are stretching and strengthening everything. We did perineum massage. There also is any other issues that you're having. So when I was pregnant, I had a lot of back pain. I thought it was SI joint pain. So they give you exercises to help prevent that, and other exercises that you can do to help with your core as well. I'm not going to get into the core exercises today. I'm going to do a whole other video on that because I feel like that's a whole other beast on its own, is the core. So these exercises are specifically with what I'm doing right now. So with my daughter, this was very, very different. So this is what I'm working on right now. And then we go back and she does an internal exam and we'll basically level what your strength is at. And then she'll maybe give me something else to do where you're maybe contracting up halfway, 50%, and then she calls them elevators. So you go up 50%, hold, and then bring it back up like 100%, like quickly, or there's like, yeah, different terms that she uses. But basically it depends on where you're at. This is why I say,
do not do Kegels until you have been actually checked.
So going back to my pregnancy with my daughter, I was examined and, you know, I'm thinking, okay, I'm doing the Kegels, I'm doing all the thing because everyone talks about strengthening, but you forget about tension. So tension, because I trained so much with her and I was always, you know, my muscles were always tight and sore. I had so much tension. She said,
No. You are not doing Kegels. You need to take 10 steps back here and we need to work on that tension first.
So if I had kept doing Kegels, I would have just added. And then when I went to go give birth to my daughter, things would have been so tense. It would have been
much less pleasant delivery.
So with my daughter, instead of doing those Kegels, we started with actual stretches. So she would give me stretches. She would have specific names for them, but some of them were something like a low lunge with extending the arm over, making sure that you're just basically somehow stretching that area. Some of them were like king pigeon. So very basic poses for either yoga or stretching that you know of. So I had to do those before we even considered doing any kind of strengthening. So then I would go back, she would assess me and say, okay, we can add in some strengthening now. But with my twins now, I didn't have that issue. One, because I am stretching. Two, I'm not working out as intense as I was. And yeah, life is just different now. So we jump right into doing the strengthening exercises, which made me so happy. Another thing, we will talk more about the core, but she did check for diastasis recti. I have a very mild, like I'm actually doing, she said, I'm ahead of the game for having twins anyway. So I do have some work to do, but once again, we'll talk about that on the next video. Will all be about core strengthening completely. I think why we see so many women out there having issues with leaking when, you know, like I said, when they're coughing or laughing or jumping, is because back in the day, this was not really available. This is something that's kind of newer generation. People are getting more comfortable with their bodies and making sure that we are optimizing our services and getting in and getting checked out when we need to. Anyways, that is it for my pelvic floor video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions at all, please comment below. I know this is kind of a sensitive area sometimes. Not everybody goes and sees someone for this, but I do highly recommend it, especially preparing for labor and delivery. Very important. And also after, just so that you're looking at that longevity of life and your pelvic floor health. But if you want to learn more about the core strength and the diastasis recti and everything, I'm going to talk about that in my next video. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you do not miss that video. But I'll see you next time. Bye guys.